Orchid Creator is a web-based system with three parts that leverages nodes and graphs with LLM in real-time narrative generation, shaped by the player's interactivity. We explain how Orchid creators work with an example called Butterfly of Android. This interactive narrative includes 9 nodes and 8 branches. Players explore a computer world filled with photos of different discarded robots. At the start, players navigate the system while their true identity is hidden. By asking 5 questions, they can choose a robot to interact with using natural language and a special skill called encryption, which converts their words into binary format and deepens their connection with the bots. One bot, Metro 2, is the player's true counterpart. If players earn her trust, she reveals that they are a butterfly in her dream. Players can then choose to leave or stay, with the story shifting to a diary format based on the number of days they decided to stay.
In the first page, user can define cards to several aspects of the narrative. This includes word-setting cards, character cards, and event cards, where the users can fill in the corresponding content. Upon filling these cards, contents inside will become a database later. It uses text embedding to form a retrieval augmented generation mechanism for the nodes that assign the cards. For narrative behavior cards, users fill in content that related to the style and genres and special instructions for the LLM, such as you must describe in first-person perspective. Input card is how the player interacts with the IDN. There are 3 types: Boolean, text, and a number. Boolean leads to a choice. User needs to type how the true and false condition influence the narrative. Number requires the player to provide a number, and users here also need to define how the numbers influence the narrative progression. Text is very similar to natural language communication, in that players can provide input in text. Users also need to define how this text provided by the player influence the narrative progression. Global variable cards function like an inventory system in games, summarizing variables from the live generative narrative and linking to nodes transition conditions. For example, to transition to the bot selection stage, player must ask 5 questions. Once the global variable count reaches 5, the stage transitions occur. Then in page 2, the user can create a blueprint to make a plot tree through drag and drop cards into the stages. Referring to the butterfly of an Android, the user can set the whole branching diagram here. Then, the user can allocate cards into chunks through dragging and drop. Upon dragging a card into the chunk, it will function where the narrative progresses to this stage. And when the narrative transfers to other stages, the settings will be updated according to the cards assigned to the stage. To set conditions for transition between nodes, users need to click on the icon. They can select multiple global variables they defined and enter the specific values required for the transition. After this, the IDN structure is settled. The users go to the third page for testing the IDN in real time and simulating the player's input. The testing starts at the beginning node. User puts the input, confirm the player prompt, and submit, waiting for around 3 seconds. A narrative is generated. Upon asking 5 questions, it jumps to the next node that asks the author to choose a file. Clicking on the global variables, we can see that the question asked become 5. Then choosing Gongcai, return true, switching to Gongcai stage. Then a new input appeared, the encryption, that the authors dragged the stage previously, simulating with and without the encryption. On the right side, the user can check the progress of the node graph. Nodes that have already been experienced are highlighted in yellow. If a user wants to explore other nodes, they can click on the nodes and click Start From button. The progression will be updated back to the selected node.